Hello, and welcome to a new book review. Today's book for review is Baseball in Atlanta. Now, this book is I actually got a few years ago. A little bit outdated because it came out like in maybe 2008, 2007 or so, I think. But I got it for like Christmas or my birthday a few years back, but I now just got around to it this whole time because I was in the military, traveling around and stuff, and I didn't want to have a lot of stuff on me, so I was like, okay. But now I've been able to read it. It's filled with a lot of pictures of everything that, they're all black and white, but things going on to about, the Braves winning in the 90s and all that. Goes all the way back to history, how baseball started with like the different kind of Southern League and everything. How there was a team in Atlanta called the Atlanta Crackers that was around until eventually, whenever the Braves were brought down. There was the Atlanta Crackers, the Atlanta Black Crackers, because of segregation, black players playing their own, type leagues and stuff they had. It goes into all of that and everything. Uh, Features different historical points like Heisman. Not that I know anything about college stuff, but seemingly it's named after Coach Heisman, who helped coach the Georgia Tech, who helped coach a bunch of different um, sports at the school, including baseball, not just football. So it's named after him. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that this whole time. And I was like, oh, okay, so interesting. There's a lot of things about Ponce de Leon Park, how, you know, the Yankees actually played a couple of exhibition games against there and like against the Crackers one time. And yeah, needless to say, the Crackers lost. Like Lou Gehrig hits two home runs in the first inning. It was an 11-run first inning. Like let's see if I can find the picture. There's a tree that's actually still there at where's the picture? It talks a lot about Ponce de Leon Park, which isn't that right outside the zoo? I'm trying to think. I believe it's the zoo. Uh, I think that's the tree there. I believe that's the tree. You can't really see it, but I don't know. Just look at the Ponce de Leon tree. But there's a tree there that the only ones who's ever actually hit into it, seemingly, according to this, was Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth, or something like that. So it's just kind of like that. Even though the park is gone, they removed the baseball park years ago, but the tree is still seemingly there. And it's like, oh, okay, so I probably should go find where that tree is. I keep thinking it's the park right outside the zoo. It might be, but I don't know. I gotta go look it up. But it's an easy read. It's only like 120 something pages. But if you like baseball history, especially knowing a little bit about your area and everything like that, there's different areas. I'm sure there's stuff like baseball in Mississippi, baseball in Alabama, and everything like that. But specifically because I'm from Georgia and everything, baseball in Atlanta. That's by Paul Crater and forward by Pete Van Vieren. It's just images of baseball. I know it's not really much of a review, but I mean, it's not really much to say. It's just history of baseball and everything. It is a nice little historical piece back into everything. The only colored photo is the thing on the back. To Turner Stadium is about. That's why I mean, if they update this book, they're gonna have to update. How the Braves leave Atlanta and they go to. They move to. It's still technically Atlanta, but move closer into Smyrna, Cobb County, where it's called SunTrust Park, but now it's become Truist. But how, the Braves have taken, they finally won a World Series. They've been on a new, like, how many years have we won let's see, like 2020, 2019? We're on like, what, 6 years in a row? The division, I think. I think. I know we've gotten the playoffs multiple times, so. But hey, that's just what it is, so. But yeah, if they update it, they have to update it, the 21 win, which I have my hat and everything. This hat actually, this shirt, this shirt is the escape room, the escape game that's right located on the Battery because the multiplex, if you don't know, the Atlanta Braves, when they decided to build their stadium, they decided to build a whole like multi-use complex area right outside the stadium so people can enjoy and everything like that. So it's different businesses, restaurants, stuff like that. One thing you have there is the escape game, which is an escape room thing. I'm big in escape rooms. they have different images for their shirts and everything. And of course, the one they have for this is like a baseball mitt for Atlanta, which is like, hey, that's cool. They opened up one recently at the Interlock. I don't recall what the image is for that. Pigeon Forge was a bear. I had the Pigeon Forge shirt that they gave me, and it's a bear, which I like. That banner right there, the Atlanta Braves win banner, is for the '95 Braves, which I was alive, but I was too young to really remember it or know anything about it. But they actually belonged to elderly gentleman who was a big Braves fan who recently passed away this past November. I think it was November, I'm pretty sure. But he was a big Braves fan and stuff, like baseball, unfortunately. But that's was his because my brother stayed with him, and now it's, you know, supposed to getting rid of it and everything. I took it because like Brave stuff. So I see that and I think of Mr. Jim. So I was like, thank you, Mr. Jim. But I know a lot of different people like baseball and everything, so it's always fun, but I try not to make it my obsession in life. One thing to enjoy it, not just to make it something. I mean, I got my Braves cup here my brother gave me a few years ago, but I don't know, where did I put those things? Anyway, I'm thinking of baseball stuff right now. New season's going to be starting soon, so that's the other reason I wanted to read this, because, hey, baseball season's about to start. Go Braves! Who's going to win it all this year? Hopefully Braves. Who do I will not think it will be this year? I don't know, anyone but Phillies? I don't really mind the Phillies win it, per se. As long as it's not Nationals or Cardinals, that's all I care about. Nationals or Cardinals, I know Nationals won a few years ago, and I was just like, I can handle that slightly more better than Cardinals. Ever since 2011, I hate the Cardinals. It's just, ugh. Glad Rangers won, though. I'm glad for that, so. They're coming actually here to Atlanta. That might be one of the games I go to. So, a lot of things to talk about baseball and everything. But if you like a little bit of baseball stuff, it may not be the Atlanta version, but I think there's other versions for your areas and everything like that. Find your versions for your spots. Read it and let me know what you think and what weird facts are there. Like the Heisman being named after the Georgia Tech coach is like, oh, I didn't know we had that connection to it. Or that Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig both hit into that tree. Or at least Lou Gehrig did, but 2 home runs. First inning, I was just like, this is like the Braves 2010 opener. I mean, we won that game against the Cubs. It was 16-5? 16-8? It's like 16-5. I watched the game. Jason Hayward, first at bat, hits a home run. The guy's like, welcome to the show, and everything. You can go watch that on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube, but yeah, so. All right, anyway, this is enough for the baseball talk. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.